All right, so to get started on this burger, we want to start with a medium-sized onion. I'm using a white onion and cut off the root and the stem, cut down the middle, and then remove any membrane from that onion. And then with our fingers tucked in the claw position, we just want to make nice, smooth, julienne style cuts. Now remember, here it's not about speed, it's about precision and safety. So make sure you cut your onions nice and evenly. And from there, just take your fingers and run them through the onions just to loosen up any onion that's still intact, and you should be left with some nice julienne cut onions. From there, take a medium skillet or pan, and we want to turn that to medium. In goes 1 tablespoon of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter, and we want to melt that butter down. We don't want to brown it, just want to melt it down. And from there, we're gonna add in our onions. Now, we're gonna add in all of our onions. They may seem like a lot, but as they cook down and that water releases, it'll be the perfect amount. So go ahead and just move them around, shake them up if needed. Then as the onions start to sweat down, go ahead and add in some salt to taste. This is gonna not only season the onions, but also help bring out more moisture in the onions as well. So go ahead and continue just to stir this up and making sure we're not burning the bottom of the pan. And then I'm going in with a teaspoon of sugar to help caramelize the onions and add more flavor. And this whole process is gonna take about 30 minutes. We wanna make sure we're cooking on low and we're stirring, and voila, look at those beautiful caramelized onions you got right there. Nice and easy, all right? If for any reason your onions start to burn, you can add a little bit of water and that should slow the cooking process down. So for the burger sauce, in a bowl, we're going in with a half a cup of mayonnaise, a half a tablespoon of yellow mustard, a half a teaspoon of white vinegar, a half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and then a spice blend of onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika, a half a teaspoon each. And once we have all that combined, we're gonna look for our whisk and get to whisking. Now we wanna make sure everything is fully incorporated, and nicely distributed. And from there, we are gonna add in some pickles. Now I am doing about 1 tablespoon of chopped dill pickles, and we're gonna go ahead and get to mixing. Pretty much this sauce is like the Big Mac sauce. I love Big Mac sauce. I'm not a fan of ketchup in my burger sauce because it brings too much of a sweet taste to the burger, and that's something I don't want. So if your sauce is a little bit thick, add a little bit of water to loosen it up, and you should be left with a nice, luxurious, smooth burger sauce. All right, so go ahead and put that aside, and we will get started on cooking our patties. Okay, so for the double smash, I am using 2.5 ounces of ground beef. This is 75-25. Personally, I think 80-20 is better because it has a little bit more fat, but in this case, use what you got. We're still gonna get some nice color and crust on these burgers. So let's go ahead and get the skillet nice and hot and get to cooking. On a skillet, I have greased up some brioche buns with avocado oil. You can also use butter if you want, and go ahead and get that to a medium high, and for about a minute and a half, or until it turns nice and golden. Go ahead and get your buns on there and get them nice and toasted. And then to that same skillet, crank it up high and add some oil and allow that oil to get nice and hot. And if you did it right, it should sound like this. All right, so let's smash the burger. Now take some parchment paper, and in this case, I am using a saucepan to smash the burger because I do not have a burger presser. So again, use what you got in the kitchen and make it happen. So we're gonna go ahead and just press down, and as we're pressing, we're giving it a small little circular motion as we're pressing it, and you should be left with nice flat burger patties, all right? You wanna season that with some salt, followed by some pepper, and we're just gonna let these go for a good 2 to 3 minutes, or until you see the burger start to gray out a little bit and the edges start to become crispy. That's when you know that you are ready to flip, all right? So take your spatula and kind of just scrape underneath it, kind of loosening it up a little bit before we flip. And voila, look at that. Nice, beautiful crust, nice and flat. And from there, we're gonna go ahead and go straight in with our caramelized onions on the top, okay? We're gonna lock that in with some cheese. And honestly, this is the best way I feel like a burger should be made, okay? So go ahead and put your cheese on there. And while that's doing this thing on low, we're gonna assemble our burger. So let's start with our sauce, nice even distribution on both sides, top and bottom. Follow that up with some pickles. And as it gets closer to the end of the burger being cooked, I like to add some water in there just to kind of steam the burger, steam the cheese up a little bit. You can use a bowl as well. That works really, really well. And the star of the show has finally arrived. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Crown the king. Boom. There you go. Double smash burger with grilled onions and special sauce. All right, our burger is complete. As you can see, it is constructed very well. I mean, the cheese, the meat, the onions, the sauce. There's only one thing left to do, all right? Let's see how we did. Whoa. I mean, with a smash burger, you want it to be as simple as possible. You want to taste the meat, the cheese, the pickles, the sauce, the onions. I mean, this is phenomenal. I mean, take a look. I mean, even distribution of everything, guys. I mean, I gotta get that camera some love. The proof is in the burger, guys. Do yourself a favor, make you one. Let me know how you like it. Comment, subscribe. I'm out of here.